Hello and welcome to Crafternoon. I'm Miss Mary and I'm here at the Pacific Grove Public Library, and today we're going to be making reindeer chains. So I have the head of the reindeer and we're going to make chains. So it continues on and it's like a countdown to a special event or holiday. So let's get started. To do this, you'll need glue, a glue stick or regular glue, scissors. If you have googly eyes, that's great. If not, you can use marker and paper and draw them on. Red paper, or if you had white paper, you can color in with red, either marker or pencil. And then black for the antlers. And those are the only thing. Oh, of course, you need brown paper. So let's get started. And here is my work surface. I always try to protect it, and I now have a piece of white paper there. Okay, so all my supplies are ready to go. I mentioned about the brown paper. So this is 1.5 inches wide, and the length is going to be 8 inches. So 1.5 by 8, and these are twice as long, so I'm just going to cut them in half. And I'm going to make a few more so that I can make a longer chain. Okay, so I have that. I'm actually going to start making my chain first. I think that will be fun. You're just going to go ahead and glue one end and wrap it around like that. And take another piece of brown paper, put glue in one end, wrap it around. Whoops, I'm going to slip it through the first one. There we go. Like that. All right. And then I'm going to take another strip of paper, slide it through, wrap it around. And depending on the number of days you want to count down to, that's the number of paper you will need. Except for leave, of course, the reindeer head as the final day. Oops, and if they come out, just means I have not used enough glue. Let's try this again. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the final day was 5, then you want to leave that 5th one for the head. I'm going to keep on going. I've got a few more. And this would be 6 days until that big event. I've got 7. And now it's time for the event itself. Okay, so that's the reindeer. I'm going to go ahead and glue the last one on, which would be the reindeer head. Whoops, I'm at the very last end of my glue stick. Let's see, I'm going to set that inside. Okay, because I will need that for their antlers and eyes, and of course nose. All right, so now I have that. I'm going to turn it. I need to add the eyes. And another one as well. There we go. And I'll take that, and as you can see, I'm going to glue that to the side of the brown paper, just like that. And then right next to it will be the other eye. Whoops. And so I have 2 eyes. Okay, so 2 reindeer eyes. I need to cut out the antlers. And that's where I'll use my black piece of paper. And I made very kind of ones I felt were pretty easy to cut out. So it's just going to be one kind of thin, long black line. And then I cut a little bit, and then I'm going to make a fork. And that can be shorter. And then I'm going to continue on. Now, if I wanted, of course, identical, it's always easiest to fold the paper in half. I did not fold in half, so I will try to make another identical antler. I think if I go over here, I will have enough space. Out. I can always trim my antlers to match at the end if they don't quite, if they're not quite identical. And even if they're not, that's just fine too. So I have my second antler. Let's see, as you can see, one is definitely longer than the other. So I'm going to try to change that. I'll trim the first one just a bit so that it's about similar. Okay, let's see. I'm going to turn it over. And I think when I do, I think I'll have a better match. Okay, that looks, I think, pretty good. So I'm going to put some glue on the end. And I'm going to put it just above the eyes. And glue on the other end. Once again, I'm going to place the antler just above the eyes. Okay, so now I have the eyes and the antler, and so I have only the red nose to add. So that's just going to be a circle. And I'll try to make it as round as I can. And I'm going to place the nose right under the 2 eyes. And there we go. I have my antler, eyes, and nose to make a reindeer chain. So I hope you enjoyed making a reindeer chain as much as I did. Have a wonderful holiday. Goodbye.